So what makes a car truly last for many years and hundreds of thousands of miles? Obviously, you have to pick a historically reliable brand, but you also need to pay attention to the right year and pick features that have stood the test of time. Finally, you have to take good care of it. Stick around. In this video, I'll share with you exactly what to look for so you end up with a vehicle that will go the distance and let you squeeze every bit of value out of it. Hey, if you're new to the channel, my name is Elliot. I'm a long-time investor and financial advisor. I create helpful videos just like this one to make you smarter about your money. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay on top of all the new releases, and now back to the video. So why is reliability so important? For a typical person, a car purchase is one of the biggest expenses they will take on, and all too often they splurge on a vehicle they can't really afford, with payments that will last up to 6 years or possibly more. With such terms on loans, you want a car that will last you at least that long and hopefully much longer. Even if you paid for it in cash and never took out a loan, you still want to get the most out of your investment. So to get the most reliable vehicle possible, you need to follow these 4 steps. Step number 1 is to simply pick a historically reliable brand. Whether you check a publication like Consumer Reports or consult an auto blog, the results have been in for years, and there really is no contest. The top 6 most reliable car brands in the world are Lexus and Toyota, followed by Mazda and Honda, and rounding out the group are Acura and Subaru. Now this of course does vary from year to year, and even top-rated manufacturers like Toyota and Honda have had some issues on occasion, which brings me to the next major action. Step number 2 is to select a good year of manufacture. Now obviously if you're buying a brand new model fresh on the dealer's lot, the latest year is the only year you have to work with. However, since many people buy used, they will have choices in what year of a specific make and model to buy. Here you need to check 2 things. First, see if any particular year has had reliability issues. Occasionally, and especially in the first year of a new model, there may be unresolved issues with the transmission, engine, or some electrical gremlins. If that is limited to a specific year, such as what happened to the transmission in the 2024 Toyota Tacoma, then just avoid that particular year. Second, consider purchasing the last year of a model's manufacture before it is redesigned and changed. The reason for that is simple. As a model goes through its life cycle, which is typically 6 to 9 years, it gets slight improvements year to year as real-time data and consumer input comes in. By the end of its life cycle, that particular model is about as good as it will ever get, as just about every possible problem has been engineered out. So for example, Mazda's best-selling model, the CX-5, was significantly redesigned for 2017 and again for 2026. Your best bet is to then pick up either the 2016 version, or if that's too old, check out the much newer 2025 one, or one that is reasonably close to it, such as the 2024 or 2023 model. All of them were refined for years before the major redesign, and they've aged well during the life cycle with impressive reliability. Another example is the Honda Civic, which was completely redesigned for 2022. Pick up the 2021 or 2020 model and you will not only save money but get the most reliable version of that particular car. Step number 3 is to avoid certain technology that is prone to failure. This goes for all cars from all makes and model years. Why, you ask? Well, believe it or not, the basic automotive internal combustion engine and transmission are not problematic to design right. Pretty much all manufacturers are able to do this, and you can find reliable drivetrains from just about everyone, or at least you were able to at one point. A trend appeared where manufacturers chase technology that accomplishes certain goals, such as for example increasing fuel economy, but at the cost of reliability. Probably the worst offender is the first of 3 items I will focus on, and that is the continuously variable transmission, or CVT. These newer transmission designs feature a belt or chain running between 2 variable diameter pulleys to achieve an infinite number of gear ratios, as opposed to the fixed gear ratios found in traditional automatic or manual transmissions. In theory, this allows for smooth, seamless acceleration and potentially improved fuel efficiency. In reality, these transmissions have been unreliable in best cases, such as with Honda, or a complete disaster, such as the case with Nissan. They fail prematurely and need to be replaced at a great cost. Someday CVTs may work great, but that time isn't now. It's quite telling that some manufacturers, such as Mazda, don't use CVTs in any of their models, and you should stay away too. The second problematic item to potentially stay away from is turbocharging. While modern turbocharged engines are generally okay, especially with proper maintenance, they can be inherently less reliable than naturally aspirated engines over the long term. This is due to the added complexity, higher operating temperatures, and additional moving parts of a turbocharger. Now this one is harder to avoid as more and more engines feature turbocharging, but all other things being equal, a turbocharged engine will give you more mechanical problems, will likely fail faster, and be more expensive to fix than a non-turbo one. Whenever possible, look for a naturally aspirated 4 or 6-cylinder engine in whatever vehicle you're considering. The third item to watch out for is the growing number of electronics in modern cars. Perhaps the biggest of these headaches are massive digital dashboards found in some cars, especially the higher end ones. These expensive contraptions turn your car into a fighter jet cockpit, but are notoriously unreliable and expensive to repair or replace. They are cutting edge, but all cutting edge technology is prone to failure. There's a reason that most reliable vehicles on the road do not have these and stick to either traditional analog gauges or smaller digital equivalents. The big sweeping electronic dashboards certainly look cool, but consider the long-term outlook and ask yourself if you're willing to repair this out of pocket once the warranty period expires. Okay, so you've navigated purchasing the vehicle. What's next? The fourth and final step is to take good care of it. No matter how well designed it is, neglect will kill it off faster than anything else. Do not ignore the manufacturer's recommended oil changes, transmission fluid changes, and other basic maintenance such as spark plugs, injectors, and filters, among other concerns. Good maintenance habits can make even a mediocre car run for a long time, and terrible maintenance will destroy even an exceptionally well-built one. Cars like Toyotas and Hondas do have a reputation for tolerating less than ideal maintenance schedules, but why push the envelope? So this is the main advice on how to select a reliable car and ensure it stays that way. To summarize, pick a historically reliable make and model, then zero in on a specific year, preferably toward the end of the model's life cycle, and make sure to avoid CVTs, turbochargers, and overly complex electronic tech. Finally, when the car is in your driveway, make sure to maintain it meticulously. Now obviously reliability isn't everything to all people. Some value performance or cheap price above all else, and reliability is secondary. Also, if you're leasing the car, reliability isn't too much of a concern as most cars will run well their first few years or 60,000 miles. Finally, I didn't discuss electric vehicles here as their reliability is a whole separate conversation. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of it. If you did, drop a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one.